For everybody out there who said about President Bush as he was leaving office that he would go down as the worst president in all of American history, I told you then that you were wrong. I'm here to tell it to you once again today. And by the way, as more and more time goes by, more and more people in this country seem to be agreeing with me. And for every one of you out there who says to me, okay, fine, Steve, then tell me one reason why you like him so much. First of all, I freely admit to you that he did make several very critical mistakes along the way. I admit that. But through it all, I am here to tell you three and a half very big ticket items in which I think he got it dead on right. Number one, and this is probably the biggest, we never did have a follow-up terrorist attack on his watch. I think that's pretty important, and that's something that a lot of people seem to forget over time. But I think that a lot of the measures that he put in place, including the Patriot Act and even including the waterboarding that was done, extreme measures, I admit, but I think the results speak for themselves. And by the way, I think that some of the activity that has taken place since he's left office, I think even further validates how right he was to do what he did. Number two, I think he got it right when it came to stem cell research by standing up to public opinion and to so many people around him. And he got it right because he was vindicated a couple years later when it came out that they came up with ways to conduct stem cell research without compromising the safety or the lives of the unborn. Now, I freely admit to you that that's a bias on my part from a personal choice that I have made to embrace a pro-life perspective over a pro-choice perspective. If you're a pro-choice person, I want you to know I understand where you're coming from. I just happen to think he got this one right. Again, because of where I stand there. Number three, I think he got it right when it came to his Supreme Court justice appointments. I think Justices Sam Alito and Chief Justice John Roberts, I think, were very good choices because of their strict adherence to the Constitution. By the way, here's a trick for you. If you want to come up with a quick way to remember Bush's Supreme Court appointees, just think Lance Ito and John Rocker for Sam Alito and John Roberts. That's nothing extra for that. And now 3.5. Point number 3.5. He put together the most racially diverse cabinet in all of American history. That is not my opinion, by the way. That is a cold, hard, very well documented fact. So why do I only count that one as a half? Simply because of the fact I don't think he really made a conscious effort to do that. I think he just went out and looked for the very best person to fill each position as he went along. And as he continued to do that, it just naturally turned out that it brought in more of a racially diverse cabinet than had ever been done so before. In fact, now that I think about it, the fact that that happened naturally on his watch may count for even more rather than less. So there's something for you to think about. Those are some very good things that I think he did very well. Coming up, a part 2 in which I share with you some of my very candid thoughts about some very serious mistakes I think he made. But on balance, I still nevertheless think he will go down in history as one of our better presidents. I want to thank all of you for watching. I'll be very interested in the feedback from this one. Steve out.